Humanity's humanity. Whether you care or not about the current crisis in Turkey and Syria can say a lot about your own current state of well-being. Do you feel cared for enough? Are you yourself taking steps towards the self-care that you need? For those of us who do care a great deal, this is such an asset to the health of your heart space. How much do we care? In light of the current events in Turkey and Syria, I've been thinking a lot lately about how much people care. I posted a few things on social media urging people to donate and to do what they can. Unfortunately, I found that these posts have largely been ignored. If I was only one of the few individuals who felt so much heartbreak over the things I was seeing happening in those regions. The desperation and abandonment of those in Syria are unspeakable to me, and yes, they have challenges imposed upon them directly from their own leader. But the lack of inroads to be able to deliver them any assistance is beyond understanding. I know that events such as these are all part of God's plan, and we as humanity are in a great process of evolution. What are we evolving toward? Love, pure love. Greater capacities to think in love, speak in love, and act in love. When massive natural disasters like this happen, we are called to love, to open our hearts and give, and pray for miracles. And I have also seen a large number of people care a great deal. Their fortitude and resilience is so impressive. Those people on the front lines, those who aren't, but run aid organizations or cooperate in bringing what's needed to the disaster areas. These people have dedicated their lives to taking care of others, to being there in times of crisis, and to dedicating themselves exclusively to public service. And then, unfortunately, and I could be wrong here, I have seen many who don't seem to care at all, just couldn't be bothered, not taking a break and promoting themselves, whatever they're offering, or continuing their lives in whatever they're doing without missing a beat. I am not being judgmental because I don't really know the truth. I am simply observing, and it has caused me to search for an answer. What makes some people care about others and some people not? But I'm sincerely wondering. In my own chart, it was pointed out to me that my North Node in the 9th house in Cancer makes me someone who cares a great deal about people and humanity as a whole, and that I should be pursuing that as a profession. Do you know where your North Node is? Yes, sometimes I have wanted to shake humanity awake and yell, "It's not all about you." But I don't think I will succeed very far in getting that accomplished anytime soon. Nor do I want to, frankly. It's just a passing thought. If I want a humanity that knows how to love more, I must do and act and speak of it all that I can, whenever I can. This is one of my reasons for being here in this lifetime. Just one. Thank you very much. What I understand now is how much we, as humanity, care and respond and step up to help is directly related to our level of evolution. And step by step, as each new disaster occurs, we are called on to expand our capacity to care, our capacity to love one another, wherever, whoever is in the world. I get it. Not everyone has the capacity to do this just yet. For so many, they are simply just tired, exhausted from so many demands just to survive. So much seems to be always asked of them. But if you look at people who really do care, those who are out there doing things, working, striving, assisting, they don't really get tired. They keep going and going. They never seem to get exhausted until, say, it's been 72 hours straight and they haven't slept or eaten yet. The physical body will just give out. As we watch so many rescuers, organizers, first responders, helpers, lifters, cooks, nurses, EMTs, ambulance drivers, and all kinds of workers in the rescue effort, no matter what they're doing, we see people who don't get tired at all. They just keep going to do as much as they can. Their passion keeps them running. Yet I can also feel into those that just don't care. They can't. They haven't any capacity to care. And those are the ones that are truly exhausted. They are adding exhaustion on top of more exhaustion, and all of it is mental and emotional. Their spirit cannot seem to get through. They're really exhausted because their hearts are broken, shut down from so many years of pain they've been carrying around that has gone unhealed. They can't go on. They can't keep moving forward in their own lives, never mind care about others. For many of these folk, this heart pain is couched in not caring because the thought of looking within to see what they are really feeling is too daunting of a task to even consider. They are afraid of what is behind the closed door. They are afraid of what they will find there. It's the familiar old adage, you must have your own cup filled before you can fill those of others. This has nothing to do with physical energy levels here. It has to do with love. Most people who find themselves caring a great deal about others are those who have gone through a great deal of pain themselves, and they have had to find ways to self-care their way into healing. They have, in the past, had to find love for themselves and their wounds in order to rise above them. A lack of self-love makes it very difficult for you to truly care for or love others. The lack of self-love makes it extremely difficult for one to see and to handle the difficulties occurring around the world. Actually, we need to have compassion for those who don't seem to care. They are truly suffering on the inside, although it may not seem so on the outside. If you are one who is having difficulty right now caring very much about what's going on in Syria and Turkey and all the aftermath for the earthquake victims, the reality of your situation is that your own heart is seeking your love. Your heart is seeking your attention and care. Your heart is seeking you. So if you're having difficulty with the images you are seeing about this catastrophe, ask yourself why. Why do I hate looking at this? What is it that I can't stand? Why can't I stand it? Why can't I take it? Why do I need to avoid it every time it comes up? Why can't all of this just go away? If these are the kinds of questions that are plaguing you now and you feel like you just can't take it anymore, you need to see that you have heartbreak from your own life that needs to heal. It's a great deal of self-care that you need right now, just for yourself at this time. Now, I want to make clear that I know many of you on my list are able to care. I believe you do care. We want to keep this disaster and the care it needs front and center in the eyes and purview of those around us. When people who do care stop talking about it, sharing news about it, or sharing relief organizations that they know of that are good and in need of assistance, caring for this humanitarian crisis dies. Here is a quote from Charles Dickens that I want to share with you. It was written in 1840. When death strikes down the innocent and young, for every fragile form from which he lets the panting spirit free, 100 virtues rise in shapes of mercy, charity, and love, to walk the world and bless it. Of every tear that sorrowing mortals shed on such green graves, some good is born, some gentler nature comes. In the destroyer's steps there spring up bright creations that defy his power, and his dark path becomes a way of light to heaven. That's from The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens. This is such a beautiful quote I came across only yesterday when I was getting ready to write this post. There is so much truth that rings from it. Despite seeing a lot of people who don't really seem to care or can't seem to interrupt their social media feeds to give one word of mention on how to give aid to Turkey and Syria, I am also moved by how many people, countries, organizations, and wealth from private individuals are actually mobilizing to give. This is the future of humanity. The earth will continue to have natural disasters, some human-inflicted and others just part of Earth's natural shifts and changes. Yes, there is still a great need, and we need to give more. And yes, we are giving a great deal as well. My message to you today is to take the temperature of your own caring quotient. Where are you with that? Do you have some of your own heart healing to do? Or are you feeling like I am, a great deal of heartbrokenness just from seeing the destroyed families, the rescues, and then the survivors, and how little their current situation has left them with? If you want to give financially, yes, there is a great need, and you can find a list of vetted charitable organizations at cnn.com/impact. They've been doing a great job at that. Also, if you're interested, Pam Gregory has organized a time at which we can all meditate and pray for miracles for that part of the world. This is such a powerful idea, as I know this is what creates miracles. They start at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, 5 p.m. UK, and 4 a.m. Sydney, Australia. This you do in the comfort and serenity of your own meditation space. Pray and send miracles energy, which is love, to all those affected by this tragedy. Quote, "When two or more are gathered in my name, there shall I be." Those are words from Christ. It's a time for miracles. Pray that greater passage to meet the needs of the Syrians, now in dire straits, can be met. That those that have lost their loved ones somehow can be consoled. That those who are injured receive the medical assistance that they need. That the homeless find shelter and the hungry get fed. That's all for this week. I love you, Suzanne.